Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining Discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self-improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We'll also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 150 of my journey. It was at the beginning of the year when I had challenged myself to run 365 days out of the year this year. I had also challenged myself to run 1,250 miles within that time frame. Now that we're about 150 days in, I seen where my current mileage was, so I did up that mileage to 1,500 miles for the year is what my current goal is. 365 days in a row, 1,500 miles, and we are 150 days currently in, guys. It has been a journey. I also do have a 50K trail race coming up here in 6 days. For those who don't know how far 50K is, that is going to be 31 miles. Really looking forward to that. It is going to be my first ultra race, breaking into the ultra world. It is also going to be my first trail race with lots of elevation, so we're really looking forward to getting these done. Later within the year, I am also running the Detroit Free Press Marathon. Really looking forward for that one as well, because I was not able to run it last year because of COVID. So, let's talk about miles for the day, guys. For day 150, I got out there today and put in 3.6 miles for the day. That had set me now at 24.4 miles for the week, which put me at 140.9 miles for the month, which in return put me at 656.2 miles for the year. Excuse me. I'm going to take a sip here. Maybe like a little chug. So 3.6 for the day, 24.4 for the week, 140.9 for the month, 656.2 for the year, guys. So like I said, it has been a great journey, 150 days in. That's such a good, solid number right there, 150. It's awesome, guys. It's a good feeling. Body's still feeling pretty overall well, not too bad. So I'm definitely going to be starting the taper, getting ready for this 50K trail race coming up. So I'm going to do, I think, one more 3.6 miler for tomorrow. And then we're going to just get down to 1 milers, just a little bit over 1 milers, and just get the body ready to really get into gear for this race coming up on Saturday. So about that, though, before we get into today's episode 150, let's do a quick overview on the fundraiser that we do every month for different charities. We're going to talk about that, and then we will also talk about something that relates to this month as well. So every single month we do a 100-mile challenge where I challenge myself to run 100 miles within the month, and I do it in honor of a different charity, nonprofit, and I start a fundraiser in which I donate and try to also raise more money and awareness for these fundraisers and nonprofit throughout each month. For the first 4 months, now going on 5 months, we were able to raise money for 5 great charities and raise awareness for these charities as well. Now we are closing out the 5th month, guys. It is the month of May, and the month of May was in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, because that's what it's about. It's about mental health. So I decided the charity I chose to go with, the nonprofit, was To Write Love on Her Arms. That's what they deal with. So if you would like to donate to this fundraiser for this month, the month of May, you can find the link to donate to this fundraiser on the Defining Discipline Instagram story, as well as the Defining Discipline Facebook story. You could also find the link on my personal page's Instagram story, as well as my personal page's Facebook story. Now, I do know times are tough. Not everyone can donate. So if that's the case and you still would like to help out, the biggest thing you could do is just share the fundraiser so we can get as many eyes on it as possible. And even again, this isn't just about raising money. While money does help, it is really mostly about raising awareness. So if we can just share it, get just the thought of it out there, and let people see it, that is a great thing. Now, if you do donate and are able to donate, a reassurance is that all donations that do get made, all of the cut goes directly to this charity and this fundraiser. That's why I continue to do it through Facebook, because they have made a promise and everything like that they do not take any percentage, and that the fundraiser takes all of the cut, whatever gets donated, they get. That's why we continue to do it through Facebook every single month, the 100-mile challenge. And we will be starting a new 100-mile challenge coming up here in 2 days, guys, actually. So in June. And this one will be bleeding on each 100-mile challenge donations. The fundraiser goes on, I'm pretty sure 8 days, 7, depending on how many days are in this month, the current month, whatever the fundraiser is in. I think we go over anywhere from 6 to 8 days. We try to keep it around the same amount of days. I think we try to keep it at like 37 days or 38 days each for each fundraiser. So we go a little bit over. So this one you will still be able to donate to a little bit into the month of June. But in the month of June, we will have a new fundraiser started. Now, speaking of the month of May and mental health awareness, I've touched on it a little bit every single day. And I just wanted to touch on it because it's something that I have dealt with, and I think a lot of people will deal with it at some point, and it's all on different levels. Everyone has different things that are happening to them, so don't think that I'm trying to say that it's just a common thing. That's not what I mean. I just mean we will all suffer from some sort of mental health issue throughout our lives. Some are more serious than others, but the point is it's something that I think we all will have an experience with, and to not feel ashamed if you are going through that experience. Don't feel alone. Don't feel like you can't reach out to someone. The main thing to do, that is a really good thing to do, is to try to reach out to someone. Maybe you have a friend you can reach out to. Maybe you don't feel like you can reach out to friends because if you reach out to them, they'll judge you, or they'll look at you different, or they'll use it against you. Whatever the case may be, if that is the case, sometimes just talking to a stranger is the best thing you can do, because they don't judge you. They judge you, they don't judge you as if as a certain friend would that way, and then they give you an honest opinion that you may be able to value more than someone that you think may be a little bit more biased. So you could talk to a stranger, you could talk to a therapist, you could talk to a doctor, try the medication route. That was something that I had tried. It, I didn't personally like it. But that's me. Everyone has different experiences. You can try any route that you think is possible. The main thing to do is to try all routes possible until you think you can get it right. And I mean that because I don't think suicide is the answer. I don't think falling deeper into it is always the answer. And sometimes trying and attempting different things in the thought that maybe something will work can also help you get out of it. One thing that I really tremendously like to push and love to push, something that has helped me tremendously over these past years, is what I'm doing currently, guys. I talk about it every time. It's just exercise and getting out there and really changing my mentality. I'm getting my body right and getting my body back into the shape it needs to be in, is getting the blood flowing and all the chemical balance is going right in my body. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going on, but I think that's what's going on. That's how I feel. That's how it makes me feel. I feel really good when I get out there. It definitely helps my mood when I'm in bad moods. It's just helped me tremendously over these past 2 years, and I really like to push that because I have tried different things. I've tried self-medicating. I've tried one thing I really didn't try that I talked about at the beginning is really talking. I'm very a closed person, which is something that I need to also work on, but we'll get to that maybe in another episode. But, I've tried so many different things, and one of the best things that has worked for me is this exercise, and really getting out there and trying to even the regimen, the schedule of getting out there every day and making myself do it and things like that. That has really helped tremendously on my mental capacity and things like that. Much more than many would think. So, but again, I know that's not everyone's option. So don't be afraid to try medication. Don't be afraid to talk to a doctor. Don't be afraid to talk to a therapist. Don't be afraid to reach out, try to talk to a friend. There are plenty of options, but try to make sure you really, you know, go all different routes. If none of them are working, try the next one, try the next one, try the next one. Do everything you possibly can to try to really solve this issue and go down the line, like I said, and just keep trying, guys, and keep fighting, because it's a battle, and we can win this. So other than that, I don't want to talk too much longer about that. I want to kind of get into today's episode and just start getting ready to close this out. It is getting super late, and I got to get this cut down and edited now that I'm doing it through the audio microphone. I got to blend the audio and the video together and bounce it and get it uploaded before midnight. So I'm kind of pushing time right now, so I got to really quicken this out. So today, episode 150. I really wanted to save this for tomorrow, guys, but every single month, at the end of the month, the last day of the month, I do a month in review, and I was thinking about switching it around or doing the month in review today and then doing the other thing tomorrow, but then I think it would just look weird on, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't look weird, but in my head, it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't look right. It kind of feels right. It actually almost feels more right, but at the same time, I think this is still the proper way to go. So we're gonna do this episode that really should be for tomorrow. We're gonna do it today in honor of tomorrow, because we're like I said, we're pushing the cusp of tomorrow right now. We're 2 hours out. So for today, episode 150, we are going to talk about Memorial. Tomorrow, guys, is Memorial Day. This past weekend was Memorial Day weekend. And it's a weekend that I think a lot of us really look forward to and take advantage of a lot of. We get out there and we make sure we go up north and we get our boats in and barbecues in, and we spend time with the family and get our vacation in and our traveling in, and we really take advantage of it. And I know there's a lot of people out there that really know what it's about and get it and honor it, and they probably still take advantage of it because of that. Because they can, and that's what it's really about. What the people who gave this day is about. They would want us to be doing that. They would want us to be out there and celebrating like that. But I think a lot of us also don't really take into account what Memorial Day and Memorial Day weekend is about. And I just think a lot of us don't take into account how great we have it sometimes, and what people have had to do and go through in order for us to be where we are at today. So, like I said, we spend our Memorial Day with family and out celebrating and having fun, and that's great and all. But Memorial Day is in honor of those, those who died overseas fighting those wars for us to have this great country that we live in, that a lot of us take for granted. I had once really had taken it for granted and not really appreciated what we had here until I really started thinking about it. But to each of your own, that is your right. But these people have sacrificed their lives and for us to be where we are at today. And like I said, it's so easy to be born when you're born into something like this. It's so easy to take something like this for granted. But I just want to say, honestly, like thank you. And it's just really, I'm really, really grateful to be here, especially when you look at how times are nowadays. And I mean, it's always been like this everywhere, but just to think, yeah, 9/11 happened and we had stuff here happen on our soil, but just to think how there are bad things happening every day here in America. I get it. I'm not trying to downplay um the malevolence and all of the evil that happens here, but on a comparison to what happens in other countries, and the whole Israel and Hamas thing is just, it's just terrible to see two countries and so many innocent lives on both sides, just fighting over things. And I'm not taking any side. I don't want to take any side. I just think it's just insane to think, to imagine living in a situation like that, where you don't know from one minute to the next what's going to happen. And then we are over here and we kind of really take for granted what we have. And like I said, some things we do fight over are validated, and then some things that there's just some things that we really argue over and we fight over that can really seem minuscule compared to a lot of things that a lot of issues that we should be dealing with and talking about. But again, I don't want to get on any kind of rant. I just wanted to talk about memorials and honoring those who sacrifice so much for us, even if you may not recognize or realize what they have sacrificed, and what they have given. Not even what they've sacrificed. I think we all know what they sacrificed. They sacrificed their lives, but what they have given in return. And that is one aspect of Memorial Day, but Memorial Day is also honoring just those and memorizing those that we have lost within our lives as well. And we're all human. We're all going to know people and have people that we have lost throughout our lives, family, friends, and it's just a good weekend to really think about them, memorialize them, and honor them, and try to, really be the best version of yourself that they would want you to be. And I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that today, guys. And like I said, thank you for everything and everyone that has sacrificed and given us what we now have. And I know, again, Memorial Day is more in honor of those that have fallen. So I do want to really emphasize that and thank the fallen, but I do also would like to thank, the rest of the military and our government. And, I know, like I said, I know nothing's perfect, and it's just, we have a really messed up system, but at the same time a very flawed system, but still a better system than any other system out there. So I think, yes, there can be things that can be definitely fixed here, but I am grateful for what I do have. I do know that, and I want to thank those that sacrifice their lives in honor for that. And then again, like I said, I just do want to honor those that we have lost over the years, for me especially, people that were close to me, and just honor them and really think about them. Kind of been thinking about them this past weekend, and going to try to really focus on them here tomorrow. I do have a day off as well for Memorial Day itself. I am going to have family over. We're going to barbecue and going to try to spend the day really enjoying it and, memorizing and honoring those that we have lost. So, guys, I don't want to keep you too much longer. I want to thank you so much for listening. For your daily discipline today, episode 150. It is to really think about that. Who in your life have you lost? Do you memorialize them? Do you, do you visit them? Do you think about them often? Do you try to honor them and do right by them and right by their name? And when you get in certain situations, do you think to yourself, I should do this because this is what this person would do? And for your daily discipline, it is to really think, to think about what Memorial Day is truly about, and to honestly, not just think about it oh, hey, I get it, it's about the people that died, but I mean really think about the kind of suffering they went through to do this, the wars that were fought and why they were fought and what they were fought over. I mean, and just the amount of cruelty that has happened in the past centuries, just to people and to countries, and what they've done to other just really for your daily discipline is to really think about what we have here in America, and to understand that yes, while it is flawed, it is great, and there are people out there that have died to really give us what we have here today. So, just wanted to really talk about that and memorialize all the people that have died in honor to give us this great country where we have these rights, where we can have the freedom of speech and talk and argue and all this greatness. Just thanks so much. And if you guys can, please give the podcast a like, a subscribe, a follow, and a share. This is episode 150, day 150 of running. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the month in review. Again, your daily discipline is just to really think about what Memorial Day represents and what it stands for, and to really try to dive deep into it and think about it, not just think about it on the surface and oh yeah, I get it. Really think about what had to happen to get to where we are today. That is your daily discipline. And it is to honor and memorialize those people. Try to live a better life because they died so you could live this better life. So try to be a better person overall. That is also a daily discipline from here on forward, to an honor of more of the Memorial podcast. So thank you so much for listening. I'm going to hurry up and get this edited, get this up and posted. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 151. It is going to be the month in review episode. And then June's going to be hitting on Tuesday. And we are going to be starting the slow taper of going just 1.5 miles until this big race on Saturday, guys. I'm super stoked, super excited. Can't wait for it. Here we go, guys. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Defining Discipline podcast, episode 151. Other than that, I'm your host, Scott. Peace.